Welcome to Steve and Jenny on the Carlsbad In today's video, we are going to talk about the 10 most expensive home sales in February 2025 in Carlsbad, California. Now, make sure you stay to the end of the video and I will show you the two that I think were the best value in Carlsbad luxury real estate. Now, Carlsbad luxury real estate is kind of weird because technically the definition of luxury real estate is the top 10% of any given market. In February 2025, we had 97 homes that sold, and these are the 10 most expensive. So by very definition, this is Carlsbad luxury real estate. Stay to the end. I'll give you the two that I think were the greatest value. Now, I try to look at these very little before I do these videos, but one of the things that we do every single day here in the Carlsbad real estate market is I look at the inventory every single morning, and it's a really easy strategy. You should probably do it too if you're thinking about making the move in the next 30, 60, 90 days, is that I look at every single home that hit the market the last 24 hours every morning at 6 o'clock on Zillow. I have a little, preferred link that I put in my calendar, and every morning at 6 while I'm drinking my coffee, I just kind of scan through the new homes that came to the market every single day. I don't take notes. I don't study it. I don't go into great detail, but I see the inventory so many times that pretty soon, like, these trends and these patterns start to set in, and you kind of realize, like, oh, that home was priced right. That home was priced high. That home was priced low. Going to be interesting to see what happens there. And all of that happens by just looking at the inventory over and over and over and over again. And that gives us the ability to have very dynamic conversations with all of our clients. If you're thinking about buying a home in Carlsbad, California, one of the things that I would start doing right now, just looking at the inventory every single day. And then when it comes time to actually seeing the homes, it gets a lot easier. So that being said, I don't look at the solds. I only look at the solds really when we're comping homes for our clients or I'm doing videos like these. I really want to have this video be the first time that you and I have seen these sold homes together, so that you can get my real and authentic reaction to what's going on in the market, especially on the high-end part of Carlsbad, because I think that tends to drive everything else. Carlsbad, California is a unique real estate market in the sense of, I think from $1.2 million to 2.5, it is the best market in all of Southern California. I think you get an amazing lifestyle for that price point. The homes are amazing. The schools are amazing. It doesn't matter if you're in San Marcos School District or you're going to Sage or Carlsbad High School. All three schools are amazing. All of the school districts are amazing. And I think at that price point, it is a no-brainer buy in Southern California. Now, you get above 2.5, 3, 3.5, and now you're starting to open up some of the higher ends of Encinitas, Solana Beach, Cardiff by the Sea, maybe even down to La Jolla, depending on geographically where you want to go. At that price point, people have a lot of options in Southern California, but at that 1.5 to 2.7, 2.5, give or take, I think Carlsbad is by far the best value. And I think this week's solds reflect that. So let's take a look at them. And by the way, as I show you all of these sold listings, you can click the description below, look at the blog post where we outline all of these on the carlsbadreport.com. You can click this link and you can save it. You can review all the homes. You can go line by line. You can look at the same stuff that I'm looking at. This is directly from the MLS. This is just a public link that we would send a client, much like you guys. And I have these ranked by highest to lowest sales price. So no surprise, the highest sale in Carlsbad in February 2025 was this home on Highland. And if you guys know anything about Highland, especially by Carlsbad High School, that whole street is amazing. Whether you like the Santa Clauses or everything, it's just a great street. This is a little collection of 6 custom homes. I think it's 6. It might be 5. There it is right there. We'll look at it. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think number 6 is over here, although that might be the back part of this one. I'm not sure. But it's at least 5 custom homes. These homes are amazing homes. I'm not sure that there might be still one more available. I could be wrong. This might have been the last one. But it's no surprise why this one was the highest sale. Like, this meets the criteria of almost any modern, magazine that's putting out real estate content. The cabinets are great. It's light, it's bright, it's got the oak floors, everything's super clean. Backyard is good. I don't know how the view is at this one. I'm sure it's okay. I don't know if it's amazing, but you can tell the outdoor living is on par. The primary suite looks great. Awesome contrast with the black and the white. I love, I didn't used to like these gold frame mirrors or bronze or whatever color you like, but like, I love them now. I think they're amazing. I think the bathroom was done great. Good separation between the two. It's never fun to be right next to your spouse, even though I love Jenny and, space isn't really a distance, but when you have a little bit of space, I think that's just a little bit more comfortable inside the primary bath, which is great. Here's the office. And then here's an overview. Yeah, so it is 5 homes. It is not 6. That is just the bonus part over there. Obviously, if you go just a little bit to the left, this is Carlsbad Boulevard, and you go all the way down the village and Carlsbad Inn, all that fun stuff is over there. Carlsbad High School is just to the left of this. If you keep going down Highland and then up to Monroe, you get access to a park. I don't think there's any access to the park this way. I think you have to go around, but I could be wrong. And again, I think this is a great home. So that took the win. That took the championship last month at 3.8 million. Next, we have 505 Stern Way. This one sold for 3.4. Very similar story. Anytime you have a view like this, like you're going to win. This is a unbelievable view. There's the construction of the bridge. Front of the house. I mean, come on. Are you serious? Like, imagine drinking coffee and eating your dinner every day, looking out at Ponto and the lagoon, and eventually that construction will be done. The new bridge will be finished. They're moving way quicker than I thought they would. Here's the back of the home. Good pergola there. I mean, we're 10 photos into this, and the view has been on almost every one of those photos. So 10 photos. Some of these photos go away once we go sold. I didn't look at this at the previous one, but if we go to history, the other interesting thing is I think most of these top 10 homes sold like really quick. I mean, this hit the market on January 30th and same day it went under contract and it closed 10 days later. So this may have been one of those where, the buyer was already identified by the listing agent. They just had to put it in the MLS as a formality. But this one sold pretty quick. For context, this one at 3.8 on Highland, this sold. It was listed on December 6th and went pending in January 10th. So about 24 days on the market, give or take. And in that time of the year, 24 days on the market is actually really good because you remember you have Christmas and you have New Year's, where historically the market comes to a grinding halt during that time. So even for being the most expensive closing in February 2025 in Carlsbad, that is amazing market time. Okay, you got 7127 Satillo Caliente. This is in La Costa Oaks. And if you know anything about La Costa Oaks, you know that once you know all the street names, you pretty much know exactly where this is. The great thing that I love about La Costa Oaks is there really isn't a bad floor plan in the entire neighborhood. Most of them have really good lots. You can see this one's got an amazing view. So, three common things on the most expensive homes that have closed in Carlsbad. All of them so far have had jaw-dropping views. So if you want to break a record in Carlsbad, you need to have a view. Okay, inside you can tell it's been remodeled. New paint, floors are awesome. A little bit darker than the previous one, but still up to today's standards all day long. I love that spa. It's such a great spa. Nice and clean on the outside. You can tell that was probably repainted. Modern white color. I mean, again, the view. Good staircase. You can tell that's been remodeled. That's not original. Can't tell if this is original or not, but it's in great condition. So doesn't necessarily need to be upgraded if they haven't already. Nice open floor plan, which is great. Yeah. This looks like it was staged very well. Whoever staged this home, they did a great job. The whole purpose of staging, by the way, is to get people to envision how they would live there, not how you live there. And one of the best things that you can do, other than hiring an amazing real estate agent to sell your home, is to have it staged professionally. There's a reason why new builds, like why they invest so much money in their model homes and making it seem very designer friendly, because it works. The ROI on staging is significant. So that's a good one. If we look at the days on market on this one, again, 8 days on market, really quick. So this one was listed on January 14th and it went pending on January 22nd. Now, for context, in Carlsbad in general, I think our average days on market right now is somewhere around 46, if I'm not mistaken. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, 46 days, that's a long time. I've had my license and I've sold well over 1,000 homes since 2007. And there was a time when we sold a home at 90% list price to sales price, or sales price to list price in 4 months, like homeowners were ecstatic that happened, right? So I don't want you to freak out. Just because days on market is increasing, that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. In fact, I would argue that for a home selling perspective, that would be a good thing. All right, 2825 1610 Buena Vista Way. I'm not familiar with this street off the top of my head, but I'm sure once we get into it, we'll figure it out. Again, exterior architecture, it is great. Landscaping is great. I could go either way. This looks like it's staged. Piano probably wasn't brought in. And you normally can tell if it's staged, like when you look at the rugs, if they're kind of bent up on the edge, you can tell it's been staged. Again, this is a great job. This could have been virtually staged too. We'll have to take a look. Yep, super clean. Ooh, love the bathroom. Love that tub. Love this color. That's a good job on that. You can tell the bedrooms are huge in this home. It's great. Again, another big bedroom. Here we go. We're 4 for 4 on amazing view. So, oh, look at this backyard. This backyard in Carlsbad, California is amazing. Yep. Oh, I know exactly where this is. Let's go click map view over here. Yep, that's exactly where I thought it was. Just north of Carlsbad Village. Actually, not far from the other homes that we just looked at, the new builds, the one that broke the record this month. That's a great home. Congrats on that one. This one was on the market for, again, 5 days, property history. This one was probably listed sometime in beginning of January. So this one looks like it was, they wanted to sell it before, but they took it off the market. January 21st, January 24th, it went under contract, 28th, and then it closed a little under a month later. That's a great sale. So they listed this one for 2899. It sold for 2825. Great sale for Carlsbad. That's a great home. Okay, Corte Altura. This one, I believe, is also in La Costa Oaks. Yes, it is. La Costa Oaks North. And again, can't go wrong with a floor plan here. This was 1 day on the market, 3,920 square feet, 6 bedrooms on this one. That's a lot of bedrooms for 3,800 square feet. That's probably in that detached casita. Yeah, great backyard. No view. First one, we don't have a view. So finally the view homes. Yeah, this looks great. Woodwork was great on that. The mantle is amazing. You know, with this color wood, that color floor works really, really, really well. So good job on whoever designed that. Backyard's amazing, perfect for entertaining. Nice and tranquil, very private. We tend to find that a lot with the clients that we work with. They either want a backyard that's like totally open, they can see everything, or they want something super private. So this definitely gets the private part done. So that's a good one. 1 day on market. Again, good sale. La Costa Oaks North. We've got this one on Saraway. Where is this one at? El Camino Real and Chestnut. That is a water tower right there. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where that's at. Okay, again, man, it's views and amazing backyards in February. Probably because right now, you know, no more rain. The temperature finally increased, which is great. So this has one of those little private side streets. It's behind that home. Some people mind, some people don't. I personally think it's fine. 3-car garage. Yeah, the landscaping, super mature, very well done. Very well done on this. You know, there's a stat out there that says that I don't know what exactly it was in regards to numbers, but like 81% of all people have already made the decision to buy your home before they've even rocked in the front door. And you may think like that's curb appeal, that's elevation, that's design, that's architecture, and all that's true. But in reality, if the lawn is extremely well kept and is perfectly manicured, you're making it easy on the buyers to make a decision because they just assume that if the lawn is taken care of, then pretty much everything else is taken care of. If the home has been painted, if the trim is all in good shape, if the driveway is in good shape, there's just this natural understanding and assumption that if that's well taken care of, then the home must be in great shape too. Now, the opposite is true. You're like, well, the lawn's not a big deal. If they don't take care of it, then it's only a couple $100, you know, whatever. But you're eroding their confidence to write an offer. So, got some bold paint. Definitely, some people are going to love the bold colors. Some people may not. And again, if you're unsure when you're selling your home, the easiest way to do this is just to go white. Good. I like. Oh, that's cool. Another cool fireplace. I like that green. It's a cool green. We had what's called seafoam green in a condo we used to own a long time ago. Our bedroom was in seafoam green. Okay, again, arch ceilings, which is great. Huge bedroom, which is awesome. This is, let's go look at the map on this one. Yep, Chestnut and El Camino, so just a little bit outside of Old Carlsbad, really right in the heart of Old Carlsbad. It's a great area. And this one was on the market for 8 days, and it sold right away. First time ever on the market, listed on January 16th, went under contract about 8 days later and sold a month after that. These have all been typically when we look at the most expensive homes. There's a little bit more days on market. There's not as many offers. Things aren't flying. And if you guys are having conversations locally, people are saying, "Oh, the Carlsbad market is not what it used to be." And I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best markets in the country. Our inventory is way down, right? That's an interest rate problem, and not even that interest rates are high, because I wouldn't even call them high right now. It's that we had 9 years of artificially low interest rates, and if you've got 50% equity and a 3% rate, like, it's really hard to get rid of that home. I'm actually going to create a video about why that's so important right now, especially if you're thinking about selling your home. There's some financial things that you can do to prepare for that, to make sure you don't just give up your interest rate, because we don't want to get rid of that if we don't have to, right? Okay, here's another one in La Costa Oaks. I know this home. I don't know if we went through this one personally, but I remember that backyard. Again, here we've got another one with an amazing view. This one over on D Vita Drive. Not sure I know where this is. Oh, yeah. Right in the middle of Bressi Ranch. That didn't look like oh, now you can kind of tell. Now that you know it's Bressi Ranch, you can tell. So, corner lot, got good big space. If you're familiar with Bressi Ranch, amazing neighborhood. If you've ever been to Main Chick or Hot Chicken in Bressi Ranch, Main Chick, great spicy chicken there. My daughter and I love that place. Okay, so we have a cool walkthrough. Got a lot of grass on the outside, very green. It's on a corner, which means you've got more space. Bressi Ranch is not known for a lot of space, so anytime you can get it, that is good. Rather than go through all these, we'll just look at the summary. Yeah, inside, I mean, same thing. Very light, very bright. Floors are very neutral, very easy to live in. When you have homes that are very, very light gray or white walls, the design is what provides the color. So you typically see a lot of blacks, you see a lot of green, you see a lot of blues, a lot of grays that work really well. Again, this looks like it might have been staged. The staging did a great job. Yep, good job on the photos. Good job with the place setting, so people can see how you would live in that. And remember, our job when selling homes is to make it as easy as possible for people to walk through and envision themselves living in here. And I think this does a really good job. Oh, there you go. There's the winning shot right there. And Bressi Ranch, this backyard, there are other homes that have backyards this big, but this is a huge bonus in Bressi Ranch. So this totally makes sense. I mean, the home's great, but this makes sense why this one went quick. So this one sold for 2.299. It is 3,200 square feet, 4 days on the market. Great sale for Bressi Ranch. Okay, let's look at this one. I was excited to look at this one. Again, unbelievable view. 23 days on market, sold for 2.250, 4,400 square feet. That's big for 2.2 million. This tells me this may be, no, it is on the older side in regards to build date, but this view. Unbelievable view. Yep, very Tudor style. Yep, love the wood. You can see the floors are great. Carpet is not standard carpet. That is great. If you ever do carpet is just as valuable to most people than wood is, depending on how you use it. Builder grade carpet is almost always a no-no. Almost always a no-no. Oh, this is cool. I love that color of the cabinets. I don't know what you call this green. And it looks like the island is that green, but the cabinets are not. That is a great color, like a really light olive green. Great job on that. Love the woodwork on top. It's a great home. And I can probably tell you, without looking at the description, there's probably history to this home. Those views are unbelievable. This looks like it's probably up by Bressi Ranch as well. I bet that's where this is. Let's take a look at the bottom foot of Bressi Ranch. No, Bressi Ranch would be up here. This is in La Costa. It's a great home. Oh, I know. Yeah, my parents live right over there. I love this area. No wonder that view's so good. Yeah, that's great. And listen, I think that home was a steal. Whoever got that stole that home. December 4th. Yeah, December 3rd. That was I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this video and you are the owner of this home, I think you stole this home. This is the winner so far. I think the floor plan's great. I mean, the kitchen. This kitchen's great. That's what we call a timeless kitchen, right? There's some upgrading that maybe you would want to do. Maybe you want flat walls but the cool thing is the floor plan is laid out accordingly that you can kind of do whatever you want. This is a very timeless floor plan. I can tell just by the photos. Really intimate dining room. Yeah, this is great. This is the home of the week. And the day I'm recording this is March 20th, so we're a little behind on the February thing. But so far, 2458 Unicornio Street in Carlsbad, 9209. If you bought that home, this is the winning home I think you stole. That was the best value, I think, in this whole thing. Okay, we've got another one in La Costa Oaks. Sitio Corazon. 65 days on the market. My gut tells me without looking at this that the reason why this may have been, oh, I love the pocket doors. That's amazing. Great frontage on that. Let's see if we can see why it took an amazing 2 months to sell the home, even though that's really nothing. It does seem like quite a long time to market a home, to live out of a suitcase, so to speak. Okay, so cabinets are good, paint is good, but you can definitely tell those were the standard cabinets that came in. That's not going to make too much marketing time. I love the colors. Color palette is amazing. Love the blue paint. The white on this is good. You can tell they're good. They're good cabinets. Love the granite, or it might be marble. Can't really tell. Or maybe that's even quartz. This is the winning part right here. That's awesome. This is great. Yep, wide open. Super open palette. Oh, love. I was going to call that the fridge. Love the shower right there. Nice and big and open. Yeah, it's great. Let's go down here and see if we can get to. That's the community. They have one of the best pools, I think. La Costa Oaks. The Oaks backyard's great. It doesn't have a view. You've got somebody else looking onto you. I don't know how big of a deal that is, but typically what I've seen in La Costa Oaks is the homes that sit on the market long. Yeah, that's weird. I would have thought this one would have sold quicker. There's some pretty big homes in La Costa Oaks, and some people there's like that weird number of like 4,500 to 6,000, where it's like it's such a big home that we don't understand how we'd live in it. And oftentimes those will sit on the market a little longer because it is a very specific type of home. But I think in Carlsbad, like the sweet spot is 2,700 to 4,200 square feet. Most of those, if they're laid out pretty well, they're selling pretty quick. So this one's a shocker. I would have thought this one would have sold a little quicker. The only thing I can think of is maybe there was a big price. So they listed at 2,275 and it sold for 2,238. So it pretty much sold, just a little bit below. I wouldn't even really call that anything to, a discount. But I would have thought that would have sold quicker. The other thing, yeah, they listed it Thanksgiving week. So you probably lost 2 weeks of marketing time on that alone, just by listing it that week. And listen, we can't always time this perfectly, right? Sometimes it just is what it is. But listing anything like that week of Thanksgiving and really the 1 to 2 weeks after, that's a tough time because people are in town, they're shopping, they're fully in holiday mode right there. So the real estate part is kind of weird. Now that second week in December believe it or not, is actually a really good time to list your home. Even like on January 3rd after everything ends is another good team. But even with this, 65 days on the market and selling pretty much at list price, total win. I'm happy with that sale. Okay, last but not least, 7086 Rock Rose Terrace. 3 days on the market. Again, backyards are the gig. They are the jam this week. Amazing pool, amazing landscaping, 3-car garage, good door. You walk in, a lot of steps. Again, some people love steps, some people don't. This was very common in the 90s. So if you were buying a home, and we'll see what year this was built, but if you bought the home in late 80s, 90s, maybe early 2000s, but really like 93 to 98, multi-level homes, half levels and third levels and steps here and step down, very, very common. It was kind of the jam back then. Those bay windows, very common in the 90s. And I'm going to feel weird if this home was built like in 2016. It wasn't, but you get my drift. Awesome backyard. Love the backyard. Super good for entertaining. All that grass. This is probably a corner lot. Vaulted ceilings in the bedroom. Yeah, this is great. Love this home. Very established neighborhood. Yeah, floor plans. If you're listing your home for sale, trust me when I tell you, put the floor plan on the MLS. It helps more people than you know. Spend the extra $300, $400, $500 with your real estate agent. Put the floor plan on the MLS. It is very easy for people to look at photos and to look at the floor plan and kind of piece the whole thing together. Believe it or not, video doesn't do well. If I had to invest in one thing, like a really, really good video or a really, really good set of photos and a floor plan, I would do photos and a floor plan all day long before I do video, because sometimes when you walk a video, people can't follow the way the video goes, but with photos, they can kind of build that story in their head, especially if they have the floor plan. So, and I didn't look for this on every single listing, but this was the first one of the top 10 that had a floor plan on it. So good job on that. Property history on this one, I think this one sold relatively quick. Listed for $1,402,995. And then they dropped it $10,000. And then right when they adjusted the price, it looks like about 3 weeks later, it went under contract for $985 and sold for, oh, that was the, I'm looking at the total wrong date. I was gonna say, that sounds crazy low. Okay, this totally makes sense. $2,049,000 and listed on 130. It went under contract on 2/2, like 3 days later, sold a month later. Yeah, I'm saying those numbers, I'm like, this sounds way off. That was going to be the home of the week, but that was 10 years ago. So look, whoever sold this, right, doubled their money in 10 years. Real estate is not supposed to be profitable in 3 to 5 years. Most people don't realize that. We are in a bubble in regards to how well Carlsbad real estate is doing. It should not be possible to buy a home and then 3 years later make money on it. It's not set up to be that way. But due to how everything's going right now, that's totally normal. This home was... Let's see where this one was. I think this is an Aviara. I think I know that street. Yep, right in the heart of Aviara, right there. And then this home was built in, yep, there you go, 1996, right there. So, I mean, once you look at this architecture over and over and over again, and I can probably tell you, if you give me 20 homes, 18 of them I'm going to be able to tell you within a couple of years when it was born, because there's just some trends. And there are trends right now in 2025 that in 2035 and 45 and 55 we're going to say, oh, that home was built. And, right now it's definitely square edges. It's white, flat drywall. It's, more of a contemporary vibe. It's light floors. It's high ceilings. That may not always be the way that real estate's going to be. So that's the top 10. I will put a link in the YouTube description below if you want to access all these and take a look at these at yourself. We also post every single home sale every single week in Carlsbad. You can go to the carlsbadreport.com and download that there. If you don't want to ever watch another YouTube video again and you just want this sent to your email every single week, at the carlsbadreport.com, we send an email every Thursday at 2 o'clock local time with everything that we posted through the week. It is like your expert digest email of the Carlsbad real estate market every week. It's totally free. I hope you join. All right. That's the top 10 in February 25. We'll see you on the next one.